If you would like to get your song reviewed, dear listener, there's the filthy capitalist option. As Sori says, $125 gets you straight to the head of the line. You don't have to be a part of the alliance. You don't have to be part of the group.
Wait a minute.
And the biggest thing is you don't have to wait. You hop, skip, and jump right in front of everybody. $125 gets you there. You do that 3 times, and you get mashed down to the $75 rate for perpetuity.
Yes!
Also, there is a band review option. So if you've got a band and you're trying to get your band some exposure, hit me up at vinsori@gmail.com, and I'll show you the details about how to pull that off.
You can also jump on Patreon, and there is a option on the tiers to be able to get your band reviewed. Yep. Obviously, we can't lie to you, so we can't guarantee a positive review. Get what you get.
It's just rubbish.
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 That's British for garbage.
My favorite is a community option. $1 at the gate gets you in a Patreon. You get to join an alliance. The alliance joins their points together, and that helps determine what songs that we do.
The alliances hang out on Discord.
Message me on Patreon to get the link.
And they do all kinds of other cool things. They do Minecraft, Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah. It's really a community within the community. Anybody can go in the village, facebook.com/Vin and Sori. There's 160,000+ people on the channel. What's cool about the Discord is that it offers a real opportunity for community connection, friendship, that type of thing.
And it's on Discord, so if you're not a Facebook person, it's for you.
You start off at $1.
Right.
Plus you get exclusives. Sori and I are working on a song. So the first 15 seconds of that was on Patreon. Also, at $15 tier and above, when we actually debut the video, they're going to be there live with us. There you are, dear listener.
Buy our merch.
Buy our merch indeed. A shall lead them.
To buy our merch.
Yes, dear listener. Yes, dear listener. Yes, dear listener.
Vanilla Fudge, You Keep Me Hanging On is next. This is a cover of a Motown song, Motown again, that was originally done by the Supremes, released on October 12th, 1966, right before the midterms of 1966, and was a #1 hit. The guitar part is written to sound like a Morse code that sounds before news announcements. This version is a cover by a UK psychedela band that is sometimes thought of as proto-metal band. It was released in 1967 by ATCO Records and reached #6 on the charts.
You keep me hanging on. Let's go. India, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Haribol! We're getting really proggy now.
Yeah.
Definitely proto-metal. Wow.
That's unbelievable.
Holy shit. That's kind of like the blind riff too, right? Da-da-da-da-da-da. You just did it
yeah.
Much higher key.
Unbelievable. Okay. So the music that we've listened to previously, I liked it, and I was like, this is so cute. Like, I just felt like every single one of those songs was cute. Yeah. This one, I was like vibing with this. Like, this is like not just like cute classics, but like I liked this.
This is on I'm
my
not
playlist. Sure. Yeah, this is what?
100%. This is on my playlist.
Yeah, it's such a cool sounding song, and it the topic was sad, you know, but it was, I don't know, I really liked it, and everybody was like, the topic
was sad?
Well, yeah, I mean,
what do you mean?
Well, it seems like she's not really with him, and she's just stringing him along, and he's like, please, he couldn't end it. It reminded me of somebody I know.
I can't quit you.
You went on with Shorty for so long. Like, it was like, you know, and you kept trying. You were so damn hard, you know, and it was just go on and on. And even when it was done, like, it's like, even in her own mind, she hasn't transitioned to that. I mean, like I said, like, she rolled up to the vehicle. She wanted to share some music with you. I'm like, this is weird.
Yeah.
It's bizarre. Yeah. Share music with other people, not him.
It's hard because
you guys were friends since you were kids.
No, it's not that. It's just that the more I think about things, the more I'm like, okay, this girl was so extreme that the things that I have no gauge, and you know, this is a whole self-awareness thing. I have no gauge as to what's appropriate, what is it, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's no gauge at all.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's not, I mean, you don't think that I have any sort of feelings or anything like that.
Oh, no. No, it's just, and the other part of it too is that, like, even on her part, like, I don't feel like she has like romantic feelings toward you, and even when she wants to share the music with you, it's a very unique situation.
Yeah.
But it's still like,
it is.
There's already so many areas that there's compromise on, and there's, you know what I mean? So it's like, well, where do we draw the line, and where, you know what I mean? It's just a complex situation. But anyway, like this, I would have a hard time if one of our kids was in a situation like this where they could see that something was, because it seems to me like he's still, okay, you say, although we broke up, you still want to be friends. But how can we still be friends when seeing you only breaks my heart again? Like, there's some people that, well, it sounds like she wasn't really as much into him as he was into her, obviously. And that's why, from her perspective, she's like, we can still chill, you know? Like, we've already said this. Like, you're more likely to talk more with her than you would be if we broke up, because the relationship is so different. Like, it would be heartbreaking for us to.
I wouldn't be able to see you or anything like that.
Yeah.
If we weren't together.
Yeah.
With her.
Yeah. Yeah. And I feel like that too. So, but to see, like, I guess, you know, if one of our kids was in that situation where they could see that it wasn't, but they needed to escape, they needed to get out of the situation, but they couldn't get themselves to do it, and they were waiting on the other person to do it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Heartbreak is a hard thing, and, you know, I can't even imagine, like, what that's like as a parent, because we haven't been in that situation with our kids yet, where they've been heartbroken over somebody. So, I mean, it sounds like he really had it bad for her. The way he said it at first, I was like, what? When he said, where was it? He was telling her to get out of his life. But, well, set me free.
You just keep me hanging on.
I don't know. Get out of my life. Why don't you, babe? I was like, what is happening? But then when I realized, like, oh, okay, he is not strong enough to end this thing. And he just wants her to just do it, so that way then he can move on. Because he's saying he's not even sleeping at night. Huh?
Yeah. That'll do it.
Like, it's really messing with him.
What an amazing cover.
Oh, this is a cover. That's right.
Yeah, there's no way the original song sounded like this at all.
This is... I loved this.
Unbelievable.
And people were saying psychedelic. Like, it did.
Yeah.
It did have, like, this sort of psychedelic feel to it. Like, what do you... Yeah. Yeah, it had, like, that vibe to it. But not super, super strong. Like, it seemed like we're kind of, like, going into that. And musically, they were packing more of the instruments into the moments that they were playing.
It was heavy. It was a heavy song. 1967. Whenever I hear about like proto metal or the inventors of metal, I never hear these guys. But this song was heavy. Like, you could rock to this song like start to finish. It had that Motown type of like catchy chorus. Keep me, like that old, like, that's such a good idea for a band. Like, if that was just their style.
Yeah.
Like, mixing some R&B Motown type melody with a metal backdrop. That would be banana. That'd be ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, that's why I say, like, if you take some of the corny ass, modern R&B pop shit that you listen to, if you could, like, create your own kind of style with that, and then we put it in the backdrop of some metal. Woo!
Mm-hmm. No, I agree. I agree with that.
Hot fire! Especially that beat that I made, like, that's a pretty badass beat to it's a modern sounding beat. Mm-hmm. But yeah, there's just so much like versatility with this band. But this song is,
I would love to hear more of their stuff.
Is my favorite song from Revo Week, which I said that twice yesterday, right? But I'm a metalhead, and this one got me moving. Holy shit, this is such a good song. Such a good song. I really, really like this. Vanilla Fudge.
Yeah.
This song is getting an 11.5 from me.
Ooh.
This is my favorite song. It's heavy. Because, to me, honestly, if Revo would have saved this song as a very, very last song that we do for Revo Week, it would be crazy. Because, like, to me, this song encompasses everything, because it had the modern metal side,
but there's more.
But it also had that Supremes type, Motown type energy, which he's been carrying. Like, the logic and the intentionality of these, because I know you guys have been going like literally hundreds of emails and messages to create this week. You and Revo have.
Well, I wouldn't say hundreds. No,
there's been a lot of back and forth.
There was a lot of back and forth, but really what I ended up doing is giving Revo his own, like, where I keep all of my records, I created him his own board.
He's got his own spot.
And then he stuck all the stuff in there, and he's got all the screen. He just did it. Revo, really, you did an unbelievable job on this. And I was actually literally a minute before Vin said that, I was like, I have to show Vin later the complexity of what, because you don't know what you're looking at when you're looking at this. Yeah. But yeah, you did a real badass job on Trello and making this super clear and easy to be able to see what was going on. And the separate email with just this, you just did such an excellent job, Revo. I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. And for me, like, I'm kind of type A, OCD-ish, and like the way that you've done this has made it so simple for me, and it was just really, 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 really appreciated. Because this week I was nervous about this week because I was like, this could be so complicated. What if there's so many mess ups, and how are we going to do this? But like, working with you has been like a breeze on this.
Unbelievable.
So yeah, I agree with you. This Vanilla Fudge song I'm shocked at this switch in sound from, this is 1966, and the Beatles song that we were just listening to was not far off from 67. That time period, right?
Yeah.
67?
Yeah, the Beatles songs we listened to was 67.
So I don't know, this is just crazy. I would give this one an 11 for sure. I definitely am amazed by this song. In fact, I'm actually going to take this link and I just asked my mom, what year were you born? Pretty sure she was born in 63, which would have made her 3 years old when this came out. So I'm going to send her this because I have a feeling this is something she would have vibed with as well. So
100%. 100%.
Yeah.
Really good song. Velvet Underground is next, dear listeners. Stay tuned. Revo Week, DJ of DJs in the house. Vin
unbelievable.
Out.
Sori out.
Gone.